Guys, as you all know, the update on Ralph, we've uploaded it on the clip channel, Flake did, was that Ralph went to Minnesota to go meet up with Ricada to cover 10 minutes of
It was
court
a total
of
embarrassment. Ralph spending days waiting in airports, popping Xannies, getting fucking drunk. He's having to get smuggled across the land border by Mexican coyotes. I'm not even kidding. This actually is what he said happened. Because he lost his passport in Tijuana, he flies out to Minnesota. He gets maxed out by a steel toe fan. Denies the name his daddy gave him.
We watched that.
Flees like a little bitch. Then he challenges Aaron Imholte to a fight. Aaron goes, absolutely. Here's the address.
While we're live.
Here's the boxing gym. I have equipment. I have everything. Ralph goes, I'm on my way, bish.
So we fire up live and go live with him.
Right, Ralph, let's see you go fight Aaron. The guy is a cuckold. His wife's getting baldoed by Ricada. You know, he's lost everything. He's a total fucking joke. Cuckold, weak man, according to you. Why don't you go fight this cuck in the cuck bowl?
That's what you do.
Because Ralph himself is a cuck. He paid a guy. This is the thing. Ralph actually paid a Mexican prostitute, a male,
gigolo.
He paid a guy to fuck his wife up the bum while he watched from the corner. Nobody else said that. It doesn't come from a leak. It comes from Ralph's own mouth.
Twice. He said this twice.
And the loser would be the ultimate cuck. Well, Ralph no-showed, and it's just the most shameful, sad thing, to the point where even Gunt Guardians, the Gunt Guard, who've been there loyal to him
Raven
for years,
or whatever, or Revan,
are
JJ.
saying, I can't have any respect for you anymore. I can't support you anymore. Usually Ralph's comments on his Twitter, because he's blocked everybody, are pretty positive. But since he ducked this fight with Aaron, it's been like 95% negative. Even amongst his own people, he's just getting dunked on and clowned, and he's seething. So we're going to look at some of that seethe, what's been going on. And then I happened to get a message. I'll say this too. It was yesterday. There's been a lot of stuff going on in the last 24 hours behind the scenes, folks.
Yeah.
So I sometimes can't keep track of what day what happened. I think it was yesterday. Aaron contacted me and said, Detective Pomplon has reached out to me, and he says that he's investigating Ralph and Ricada for witness tampering, and he needs the link to, because neither Inspector Pomplon or Aaron could figure out what Telegram was. So here I am having to introduce this Telegram shit to Detective Pomplon. Here's the link, guys.
So Ralph,
where Ralph is
missing
doxing
now, right?
Aaron's house. Yeah.
Well, so in Ralph's infinite wisdom, decides to dox Aaron's house, who is a witness in a current case that Ralph was at one of the hearings for, and is staying with Ricada, allegedly, right?
And then he's threatening to mail stuff. He's like, I'm going to send stuff to your house, Aaron.
Yeah. And the court's like, well, that can't happen. So imagine being Rackets. Okay, Ralph, you come here. We'll have Ralph on our side. He's crazy. What does Ralph do? Come to Minnesota. And with Ricada's court case, are you threatening the witnesses now, Mr. Rackets? Isn't that so funny? Is you have the court, marshals, the judge phoning Rackets did you hire a guy from Mexico to threaten? It looks terrible.
You've got this convicted felon, convicted revenge pornographer, who's come up and has now started people on Ricada's whims. It's this looks pretty bad. He's at the courthouse filming people, trying to disrupt the court proceedings.
Yeah.
Now he's threatening a witness in the case, saying he's going to fight him, saying he's going to mail stuff to his house, posting pictures of his house. So let's go into this Ralph folder and
which
let's
one?
have a
Is
look
it New Ralph or Legacy?
New Ralph.
All right. Wow, that's a lot of cope. All right, let me just zoom in here. There we go.
So this is the cope of Ralph. Put the $3,000 together with a party I trust. Difficult. So this is what Ralph believes. Out of nowhere, he's pulled out of his ass that he's owed $3,000 to fight Aaron.
Why?
Aaron hasn't asked for any money to do this.
Or the challenge at all.
Aaron's just been willing to fight him.
Yeah, that's it.
But Ralph came up with this magical $3,000 number that he expects us to pay him for some reason. Or that we're, and this is what he said. He says that we can either send it to Nick Rekieta, which is going to go immediately up his nose, cocaine.
Of course. Or lawyers.
Or we can send it to April, Rekieta's side piece, which once again, it's going to go right up her nose. Or we can send it to Kayla, and it's going to go to pills.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you can either send it to one of the Requetas, or I'm not going to fight. Well, Ralph, like, you're not going to get $3,000.
Well, you challenged him.
Bro. That's the thing. He challenged him to a fight
Then
and then
pushed
didn't
out.
show up. And it's like, brother, you're not going to get shit. This is so pathetic. You don't
Stop
deserve
it.
a nickel. After the
He should
display
pay
that
Aaron.
he pulled. Exactly.
You should pay Aaron for us covering it and all that
Exactly.
shit. Like, you should pay
For the
Aaron for
waste
this
of
opportunity.
time. He showed he's bitch made. He shows he's
He's a bitch.
Tonka sawed here.
Beyond the worse.
So Edward Journey says Ralph spent exactly $3,000 to travel to Candy, Ojai County.
Pause. May I just say I'm watching. Look at this here. Why would I trust Aaron the cokehead or the Cookie Monster? First of all, I don't do drugs anymore. Secondly, Rekieta, his kid was on coke.
You know,
This is
like,
a
you
coke.
gotta stop about this coke stuff.
No
like,
one
your
cares about the
boss,
coke.
Rekieta, is on coke.
Yeah.
To this day.
Like, he's on coke.
And then my rod works during the day. So Ralph's too poor to afford his own rental car, so he has to have people drive him around. Like,
Wow, imagine. What are you, 16?
and then we go. So then he goes, send April the $3,000, and I can collect it from her after I beat you into a coma, Aaron.
The fact that Ralph thinks he has, like, Ralph, you challenged someone to a fight. You didn't show up. You're a bitch.
Ralph
You
thinks he's in
lose
any
now.
sort of position to
For
make
money?
any sort of demands. Like, our show is doing good. We don't need you.
No,
Aaron's
thank you.
show is doing better than your show.
By a
I'll
lot.
say that. He doesn't need you. Nobody needs you. You
Yeah.
are a bum now, bro. You are a circus sideshow act that's really past its expiration date because you can't even holler or press people IRL anymore. And that's why your whole audience is turned on you, because you've been revealed once again to just be a joker. You've just been revealed to be a pretender. You're not a contender. You're a bum, Ralphie, and
Yeah.
a coward. You're Dongasaw too, pal.
But isn't it funny how he challenges to a fight, backs out, right? We all call him a pussy. Then he said, while we were live still, that we were worked. And it's like we were worked into a full segment that we were paid for, that
no.
you look horrible on. Oh, wow, what a work.
Wow.
And then you realize when you woke up, and then his own, it was Raven JJ, that guy, was like, listen, Ralph, you're like, bitch, I used to like you. He was in our chat too. And this was like a Ralph guy, like diehard Ralph guy. Like they still exist, right? Like there's like 7 of them. So Ralph sees the one guy, he's like, oh, that's rat. Fuck. You know what? Fine. 3,000. It's like, how about you pay us 3,000, bitch, for covering this?
How about, like, maybe you could have got some amount of money before you wasted everybody's time and
Yeah,
showed that you weren't
exactly.
actually a professional. You were scared. You didn't want to produce content. You wanted to
Yeah.
cut content instead. Now you just can't get a nickel on principle. I honestly would have put up $1,000.
Me too.
I would have.
Me, you,
know,
1,000
and
each?
yeah. Me, you, and Aaron would have put up $1,000 each that night. If
Yeah.
Ralph won, we would have easily paid him. But it's like, it's not like as though we don't have it. You know
No,
what
we
I mean?
have
Like,
the money.
we have it, Ralph. But after the sorry ass display that you showed, now it's like you get no money. And this is just a question of whether or not you're going to try and preserve your dignity, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. Like, this is about pride now for you, because you're an embarrassing little bitch who denied your own name 3 times. I'm
Wow.
not Ralph. I'm not Ethan Ralph. I don't even know who Ethan Ralph is.
Yeah.
Who are you talking about? So this is us giving you an opportunity for redemption, buddy. You don't need to get paid.
But yeah. And by the way, him going, I'll beat you into a coma. Ralph, you've lost to female, autistic, retarded females. Live. You've been beaten up on the streets. You were in a coma for like.
Look at this. April or Nick or Kayla. Who else do I even know around here? Certainly not Keemstar. Maybe Dick. Like,
how about this?
Not sending money to Dick Masterson.
Oh, how about this? We'll send 3,000 to my friend. She'll hold the money. Yeah. Ralph, how about that?
You already forfeited the fight.
No, but Ralph, like, you owe us $3,000. I don't give up $3,000 off. Pay you. Pay for what?
It's like penny pitch. It's like $3,000. Who gives about $3,000?
Yeah.
Like, this is all just a cope, by the way, anyway, so that when he got beat up, he'd go, well, at least I got $3,000.
Yeah.
By the way, it's not even introducing money into this, Ralph, makes it questionable legally. Because then it's like a professional bout, and it's no longer like a sparring contest at a boxing gym.
And now it needs like rules and regulations.
Like just go and do the sparring session. But you're a coward.
No, if there's money being traded, and it's like.
By the way, Ralph was so scared of Aaron when Aaron was actually afraid he was going to get sued for hurting him.
Yeah,
like that's how bitch made you are, Ralph. Aaron was like, I don't really want to hurt him. Like, I don't want to be held liable for what might happen. I'm just going to, like, take it real easy on him. And you still didn't show up.
He said
this
here,
total bitch-made behavior.
You're right, Ash. He was saying that he has to come up with a plan to take him down without hurting him. Because he didn't want to be legally liable, right?
Yeah.
And he still had the balls to go and do it. He goes like, fine, I'll do it. Like, Aaron respects to him for showing up, first of all, and putting like legal possible like shit like in the way for content. Whereas Ralph runs like a bitch.
But listen to this. Ralph said, I'm going to be out in front of that shithole gym. Aaron probably lost his wife to bright and early tomorrow. What do you mean he lost his wife to the gym? What? This doesn't even make sense. He's drunk out of his mind. And if we hit 3K, it's on. Otherwise, not worth the Ralph and Mail's time.
Ralph, your time is worth $0.
But what do you mean if we hit $3,000? Like, this is such an obvious scam. Like, is he trying to get his donors to give him $3,000? Because let's be real, Ralph scams every single one of his dono goals.
Yeah.
Like, very rarely has he ever delivered on a dono goal unless it's for him to eat a sandwich.
A torta.
I'm going to eat a torta.
Or the Zanny. Remember the $10 Zanny?
For sandwich. Yeah.
The $10 Zanny pills. Yeah, this is very embarrassing.
All right, next slide.
Yeah, if we hit 3K, it's on. Hit what? Like when we hit what? On our show?
Apparently, they started offering money. After it was cleared, I wasn't coming low. I'm not Warski. I don't fight for it. Andy was paid.
I was paid a lot of money.
Andy was on a DAZN pay-per-view, Ralph, in front of 20,000 people in the O2 arena.
I don't fight for free. How does he get a win when I don't even show up? Because you challenged him.
But what Ralph will acknowledge that back in the day that you got a W when Tonka didn't show up.
I did,
He was literally there in the ring dressed as Jay Caesar.
Yeah.
Raising your arms in victory with Dick Masterson. But now, years later, how is it an L when I didn't show up to fight?
This is Cog tier.
Really
Who?
Is. So dumb. No contract, no ref. Because, Ralph, it's not a professional boxing match, you idiot. It's an amateur boxing sparring session, which is how it can be legal. Aaron M. Holte, on like 24 hours notice, is not able to get a legal document and a fight license and get you cleared by doctors. He's not a boxing promoter.
But
he happens to have a boxing gym that he can do it at.
But
this is insane.
No, this is crazy. This is like the exact same thing with Tonka or Clog or whatever, where they are the ones who challenge for the fight, right?
You're also the clear B side in all of this.
Nothing.
Like, buddy, you're not even getting 300 Rumble viewers anymore.
Yeah.
Like, you're fucked, Ralph.
He makes no money. Like, it's like really sad.
This is an opportunity for him to get attention and, you know, be covered again and be talked about. And maybe if he knocked Aaron out, like, impress everybody. And, you know, if he went in there and he just KO'd Aaron, what the f*** are you going to say? We're going to take a huge L.
Yeah.
Right? Ricada is going to take a big W. Ricada might even let him wife. But instead, he runs and hides like a little bitch. I need to be on pay-per-view. Where's your promotion with the Zone? The thing is, like, Keemstar offered this guy $100,000 to fight you. And he goes, well, I'm going to need Jim's permission. And even if he got Jim's permission, it'd be like, well, now I need somebody else to say it's okay. And also, I need to wear a shirt. And the ring needs to be this size. Like, Ralph, the world doesn't revolve around you. You're a broken beggar living in a tin shack in Mexico without running water.
So here we go. Next. Oh, whoa. Aaron snaps
Aaron just
back.
him, he goes, piggy coping.
Wow.
Wrapped and strapped, ready to go. And he's running to Mexico. It's a sparring session. There doesn't need to be a contractor or a ref. That's the thing. By the way, there's like 4 or 5 other guys there in the gym. They're not just going to let Aaron beat Ralph to death, because they would be held liable.
That would be
like
jokes, though.
You know what I mean? And one of them could be the ref.
Yeah.
Like, it's a boxing gym. They have respect for boxing. They're not just going to let you die. He goes, just admit you knew you were getting your worthless ass kicked and let's call it a day. We all saw it. Go back to denying your name. And that's the shame he'll never live down. And then we've got, I don't leave until Saturday, snitch. There needs to be a ref, though. What the fun operation you guys running?
Pause.
Ralph, have you ever seen a sparring session in a gym? This is the thing, is he's never been in a boxing gym.
He's never even lifted anything.
You've actually been in a boxing gym. In fact, I did when I was 15, 16. Briefly did some boxing lessons. Like, you don't need to spar, have to have like a licensed official in the ring.
No.
Like, it's like a gentleman's agreement. You're not trying to hurt each other. Aaron didn't even say he wanted to hurt you. He said he just wanted to teach you like a student and show you how to box. Just be real, if he actually wanted to, he would do up. Like, you have no actual training, Ralph.
Yes, may I just say one thing about this, what he said here? I don't leave until Saturday, snitch. If you say snitch, right? If Ethan Ralph is saying snitch, you are saying that you believe that Nick is guilty and that Aaron snitched him. Wouldn't you call Aaron a liar and not a snitch? So what Ralph is doing here is he knows.
He's admitting that Ricade is guilty.
guilty.
We all know he's guilty.
Even Ralph knows, but that's who Ralph will support, being that guy.
Even if Ralph would have lost, it would have been funny, but he wouldn't be a bitch.
Yeah.
Like, Ralph ran like a cowardly bitch.
Yeah.
From a guy whose wife was baldoed.
Yeah.
He'll never live it down. He denied his own family name, the name his daddy gave him, before a fan of said cuckold whose wife got baldoed.
Who, by the way, didn't even seem like antagonistic, actually. Right? Didn't he seem like a normal, like, simple Jack trying to, like, just, you know, hey, are you Ralph? I mean, if you want to bitch out. Ralph!
If you want to bitch out, when my closest Uber ride was $259. Ralph, you said you were on your way.
You said you were on your way.
You said you had to ride. With no guarantee of anything. Well, I guess your word isn't a guarantee of anything, so why should we trust you now?
Exactly.
That's on you.
I thought you
I'm
worked
ready
us, though.
today around noon.
I thought you worked us.
Yeah, he worked us, yeah. The other way, he never showed up at noon today. He won't show up tomorrow. There you go. Even though I never said I was going last night, he did say he was going. We all remember, like, holy.
We were live. Like, we were live during this time.
I'm going to be live at 7.
Oh, man.
And then this guy says, until you're actually there, no one's buying it. Watch me. If we don't hit the goal, though, it'll be for nothing.
So he's like, his fans have to,
how are we supposed to hit the goal? Like, is there a GoFundMe for this?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, can we hit it?
How about this?
Like, do we have to cash app you it?
May I get 25% for being one of the hosts and covering it and bringing an audience? Can you get 25%? Can Aaron? Oh no, all the money to Ralph for what?
We don't hit that goal. I'm not even doing a show, but can we hit it? God bless the goal.
The only reason that we would even pitch money for this would be to watch Ralph get punched in the face. That's it. Like, it's embarrassing.
All the
This
shame.
picture was worth the whole trip. That's sad. That was worth your whole trip.
The Fantastic Four. So many lies told about each one of us could fill an encyclopedia.
Whoa,
The cringe of it all.
That's cringe. Wow.
How did I fuck up, idiot? We fight for money. We fight for money. Like, is he talking like about himself with the royal we? We fight for money. I didn't steal your wife or put you on hush mouth like your ex-wife did. Ralph talking about somebody else being put on hush mouth by their ex-wife.
That's literally what he has to abide by.
You can't say Adrian Blair's name. You can't say Faith Vickers' name. You can't say Fansu's name.
Yeah.
Like, Ralph, you are infinitely in a worse position than Aaron is with this shit. This is for fun and money. Is it for fun or is it for money, Ralph? Like, I think more people hate you than
money?
me.
It's for fun and money. Like, I get, yeah.
Your whole argument has been it's just for money. Like, the reality is this should just be for fun, to provide entertainment for people,
and then eventually
so you stay
make
relevant
money,
and that people actually care.
And then you make money through that.
Is destroy what little branding that you had left about how I'll face anyone, bitch, even if I get my ass whooped. And then he tries to say that more people hate Aaron than Ralph. What world are you living in, Ralph? What are you talking about? Meet up at the gym, Snow, to get your ass whipped tonight.
No.
How many times is he going to go to the gym and then Ralph say, I made you go again?
Well,
what, you think I was going to go?
How about Ralph?
Now come again and fight me.
Ralph needs to go to the gym first and then make a Twitter video and go, I'm here. I'm outside, or hide in a pizza place nearby. I'm here. You need to go, Ralph, and then Aaron will go.
Yeah, exactly, Ralph. You go there first.
I'll
be here for 2 hours, Aaron.
Yeah.
Oh, you going to come? And then Aaron will come, and then he'll beat the brakes off you.
Exactly.
So why don't you actually show up and be a man? But
yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
Here
what is this?
Aaron, you're making a big mistake. A certain someone said they might have something to say in the near future to yours truly. Who knows if it happens, but it will be nuclear if it does.
The April interview, is that going to happen?
It's not going to happen. Like, let's get real.
No.
Here we go. That may have been mentioned. Lots to go through, though. She has to protect herself first and foremost. Like, they're going through a divorce. Like, there's like multiple legal cases going on, including one of her own. Like, this isn't happening for a long time. And even if it does, who gives about exposing Aaron from Steel Toe? It's already about as bad as it could possibly
He admitted
get.
like a pretty bad chunk.
He admitted that his wife got baldoed by Nick Rekieta. Like, it doesn't get much worse than that. Like, his children almost were exposed to cocaine. You know, he was like cleaning up Rekieta's house like a janitor for him. Shit like this. Like, the guy is already just completely humiliated and emasculated. As is Rekieta, by the way. Lord Baldo, it's even worse, truly. Because at least Lord Baldo had something to fall from. Okay? Like, Aaron is really only known in this sector for that. So it's like, wow, April's going to say Aaron's pipe wasn't good. Like, as if we don't already know that.
Who cares? Like, But
by the way, like, all of this shit about how Aaron's a cock and a bitch and all this, you still wouldn't fight him.
Yeah, you're a bigger bitch than anyone. In the sector. And that's from top on down.
Nick has a patch on him that records all drug use. I witnessed for myself he is clean and sober. I believe Kayla does too. I just didn't see it with my own eyes. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
It's just total Baldo washing. Then it's like, look at this shit. Someone send me Steel Toe's location on Insta. I need to mail him something. Like, what? Like, this is where it just starts to get weird. And now it's like,
now
you're
the
doing
law is involved.
Threats where you're gonna mail this. What are you gonna mail him? A bomb?
Yeah.
What are you gonna mail him? Anthrax? Like, what do you need to mail
after
this guy?
Threatening a fight, after everything that you've said online, after being a felon, unhinged? What do you think the court sees this tweet? Do you think that this is like the court's like, yeah, that's cool? Ralph is so retarded. Has he tweeted since, by the way, guys? It was 11 hours the last time I checked. So he's been like on the fun. He had to leave Minnesota, I think, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, the thing is, there's no real legal consequences for Ralph because he just leaves the state.
Yeah, exactly.
I just think it's kind of crazy that he's allowed to break the law as much as he wants, but then as long as he flees the state, it doesn't matter. This is just insane. Like, there's just apparently no laws when it comes to Ralph. Like,
yeah.
No. You go, even though I never said I was going last night, you did.
You did.
How much time?
He was drunk. He was drunk. He was blackout. Next. And then he puts the address.
So this is the address for Aaron's house.
What a pussy, by the way. What a bitch.
Now he says he's going to fight him on Monday. Okay.
Oh, my God. Ralph's a bitch.
No,
Here's
it really
his docs. Here's his docs. Here's the docs of the man that made me a bitch. Like, wow, congrats, Ralph.
So I don't know if that'll ever have any consequences for a kiss shot, but I'm just going to let you guys know something. It's kind of funny.
Wow. Okay.
That Aaron told me. That wasn't actually Aaron's house. It wasn't. He didn't even get the right docs. He didn't even get the right docs.